I think the state plan that a lot of us in here have, I'm not sure, is about $40 a month for insulin. So what I did was I mostly tried to split the difference, and I allowed a max of $50. Without that, without some form of cap, those insulin costs, I've been told, can run as high as $2,000 a month. So anyway, that's what it does. It caps it at $50 a month. And with that, I'd move the passage.
Senator, you want to move the committee amendment?
Move the amendment. Yeah.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendment be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendment is adopted.
Now, with that and the explanation, I would move passage.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall House Bill 66 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 24, noes 16.
Ayes 24, no 16. House Bill 66 passes.
Mr. President.
Senator from Fauquier, Senator Vogel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Having voted on the prevailing side by which we passed House Bill 55 on page 77, I would like to please ask that that bill be reconsidered.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the vote by which House Bill 55 passed be reconsidered? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, noes 0. The motion is agreed to. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw. This is House Bill 55 on page 77. Senator, want to move passage again?
Mr. President,
okay.
I can remind him it was the bill that dealt with those who push people around in wheelchairs at airports.
No, that's 55.
I'm so sorry. I thought that was the one you wanted. Sorry.
This the
cooperatives. Never mind. I apologize.
Okay. Senator, want to just move passage for the reasons previously explained?
Are we moving passage on 55?
That's what we just reconsidered, yes.
Okay. That's been reconsidered.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. I would move passage.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall House Bill 55 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 25, noes 14.
Rule 36.
Rule 36-1.
Ayes 25, noes 14. Rule 36-1. House Bill 55 passes.
Does she need 56?
Was there a different bill to reconsider? Senator
Yes.
Fauquier, Senator Vogel.
Yes, Mr. President. I was trying to help out a colleague, and they gave me House Bill 55 as the number, but
Which colleague
that was
trying to
actually
help
the
out?
incorrect number. It was supposed to be House Bill 56, and I apologize
It's okay.
for the confusion. Yes, I just do what I'm told.
Okay.
So, Mr. President, having voted on the prevailing side, which we also passed House Bill 56 earlier, which the senior senator from Fairfax explained, which I relayed wrongly when I was referring to the first bill, which was the minimum wage bill. I would like to please ask that that bill be reconsidered.
Thank the Senator. Which colleague were you trying to help out that gave you the wrong number? Does the Senator want to say? Senator does not want to say. The question is, shall the vote by which House Bill 56 passed be reconsidered? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, no 0. The motion is agreed to. The senior senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Having explained the bill, I move its passage.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall House Bill 56 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 23, noes 17.
Ayes 23, no 17. House Bill 56 passes.
House Bill 542, a bill relating to water supply plans, state and local, reported from the Committee on Agriculture, Conservation, and Natural Resources with amendments, and from the Committee on Finance and Appropriation with an amendment.
Senator from Fairfax City, Senator Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the committee amendments.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the committee amendments be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendments are adopted. Senator from Northern Fairfax, Senator Howe.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the finance amendment be agreed to.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the committee amendment be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendment is agreed to. Senator from Northern Fairfax, Senator Howe.
Thank you. I move the bill pass. This is a recommendation of JLARC, and it directs the Water Control Board to estimate the risk for local and regional water supplies for shortfalls, and it instructs DEQ to ensure that localities coordinate in developing cross-jurisdictional water supply plans.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall House Bill 542 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 31, noes none.
Ayes 31, noes 9. House Bill 542 passes.
House Bill 581, a bill relating to the Department of Human Resource Management required online training for LGBTQ cultural competencies. Reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology with a substitute, and from the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt a committee substitute.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I now move that we pass the bill. And speaking to the measure,
There's the floor.
What this does is it has a provision for annual training with an online training module for cultural competency for state employees, except for those who are required to we have to go to a training session and would not be able to do it online, and with the Department of Human Resource Management would be administering that. And with that, I would reiterate my motion to approve the bill.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall House Bill 581 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 22, noes 18.
Ayes 22, noes 18. House Bill 581 passes.
House Bill 582, a bill relating to collective bargaining by public employees, labor organization representation, reported from the Committee on Commerce and Labor with a substitute, and from the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
I'm going to move that we adopt the committee substitute, and I will explain it. The bill that came over here from Delegate Guzman, that applied collective bargaining to all government employees in the state of Virginia at any level. As you remember, mine left the House, left the Senate, strictly local option. And left it up to each locality and applied just only to local school boards and local governments, city and county, and school boards. And that was it. What we did, the substitute conforms her wider bill with mine. So I move adoption of the substitute.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. The senior senator from Fairfax, Senator Sasslaw.
With the explanation of the substitute, which explains the bill, I would move its passage.
Thank you, Senator. Question is, shall House Bill 582 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote?
Lucas.
Clerk, close the roll.
21, noes 19.
Ayes 21, noes 19. House Bill 582 passes.
House Bill 624, a bill relating to the Office of the Attorney General, Division of Human Rights, Compensation, Discrimination, Information. Reported for the Committee on General Laws and Technology with a substitute, and from the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
Senator, would be somebody want to field this one? This would be the senator from Southern Fairfax. Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, reappearing here, I move that we adopt the committee substitute.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. The senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move the bill pass. And speaking to that measure,
There's the floor.
This is a bill that had an evolution during its path through the General Assembly. Initially, the intent of the bill is to cover pay equity by gender so that women and men are paid equally for doing the same work and meeting in the same conditions. There was a proposal initially for collecting a lot of information. That was eliminated in the bill and basically is just a study and a directive right now to move forward on things. So I'd hope that the bill would pass.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall House Bill 624 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 21, noes 19.
Ayes 21, noes 19. House Bill 624 passes. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Sasslaw.
Mr. President, I now move that the Senate stand in recess till 3 o'clock. Originally, it was going to be 2:30. There's an agreement we had worked out there, but they've recessed till 3. So we will try to, if you have on conference committees, try to make as much progress as you can over the next 2 hours, because we're running out of time and there are a couple hundred bills went into conference. So with that, again, I would move that we stand in recess till 3 o'clock.
Thank the senator. Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, Mr. President. On recess, if the Senate Republican caucus would please immediately retire down to our normal meeting room, I would be most appreciative.
Thank the senator. Without objection, the Senate will stand in recess until 3 p.m.